What's up YouTube, Jack Sutcliffe here and welcome back to JS Fitness. Or if you're just tuning in, welcome, thank you for coming to check out the channel. Really hope you enjoyed the video today. So following my last video, I said that I would be giving you guys some information on immigrating to Canada, the processes, you know, the whole shebang. And today, I just want to talk to you about the process we've taken to get residency and just a few routes of how you can get there, really, just so anyone that is wanting to move to Canada can do. So first up, there's a few routes you can get there. You can go over to Canada on a visitor's visa, tourist visa, whatever you want to call it. Then you've got working visas, which depending on your trade, your profession, your skills will depend basically which one you should go for. As for me and my missus, we went for permanent residency. Now this isn't to be a citizen, this is to get permanent residency. If you want citizenship, that's a different route, and you have to be in the country for so long before you can get the citizenship status, and you do have to give up your citizenship of your birth nation, i.e. mine would be, I'd have to give up my British citizenship, and so on and so on. Although, just to let you know, there's probably, for us, there's not a massive need for us to give up our British citizenship for a Canadian citizenship, and this is because as long as you have permanent residency, or you have your permanent residency card, you still, after a period of 3 to 6 months, you still have access to the healthcare benefits, all that stuff. The only thing you can't really do is vote, which for us, we're not too bothered about voting in Canada. We feel the population, the way the country's going, the way it's ran, is fairly good. So yeah, we haven't got a need. Plus the citizenship test seems pretty solid, and I really don't want to put myself through it. But anyway, like I say, you got permanent residency, you got your working visas, you got your visitor's visa, you got your citizenship. When it comes down to your, trying to think the best way to put it, applying for your permanent residency, this is where it gets tricky, because there are two routes. You've got your general applications, which they can take a period of about 12 months. However, because that is so applied for at the moment, when we applied in May or June 2017, the normal route had been closed, and the only way you could get permanent residency was going through the express entry, which that in itself has its own criteria, such as money, points, a whole other shebang of stuff, which that in itself again can take 6 to 12 months to go through. Because what happens is when you apply, you fill in your express entry residency application form, you then get a load of points, and then basically every month you're entered into a pool, and depending on how many points you have will determine if you're pulled out of the pool, and then your application is then reviewed to determine if you then get in. Fortunately enough for us, ours was pulled within the first 2 weeks of submitting our application, so we were really lucky. And basically, like I said, the whole process can take 6 to 12 months, and if it takes longer than 12 months, you then have to repeat it. But for us, the whole process took from submitting our application in the June, I think it was the 6th, we were pulled out on the 15th, so like I say, literally a week or two, and then we had a permanent residency by November, so about 3-4 months. So it went through absolutely lightning fast. Yeah, and it was absolutely happy days. Like I say, for other people it can take longer. It just depends, you know, how many points you've got, what the pool points are, and you just have to take from there, really. So yeah, like I say, ours went through really quick. Really happy with that. Like I say, we've gone down the express entry route to get permanent residency, not working visas or anything like that. And like I say, the reason why we went through that route is because just lately there's been a lot of stuff in the media, both from Canada, Australia, unfortunately England itself, of people which have been on working visas for 10, 20, 30 years, and they've just renewed it every year, and then suddenly, despite them having amazing professions within healthcare, law, all that stuff, they've suddenly been denied it, which just seems so controversial. But then that's meant for them, they've literally had to pack up their lives, sell their homes or multiple properties that they have, and literally move back to their home country, which for some people may be more of a reason to become a citizen, but for us, the permanent residency route just seemed like the best way to do it, because that way we're still British citizens and we still have that tie to England. So if we ever do want to come home, we haven't got a lot of loopholes to jump through. And like I say, as well as in terms of job security, lifetime security, we don't have to worry about coming back or the risk of being denied. Although the one irony with the permanent residency is that every 5 years you do have to resubmit an application slash I can't think of what the word would be, but to basically renew your permanent residency card. And basically all this is to prove that basically in the last 5-year period you've spent at least 2.5 years in the country, which is fine, because it's like in England you have to be in the country for at least 6 months of the year to be entitled to your benefits such as NHS, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's absolutely fine. Anyway, everyone, that's it from me. Like I said, I just wanted to give you a quick breakdown of the routes that there are into the country from the United Kingdom. So like I said, I'll go back through them. You've got your visitor's visa, which you can't really do much in terms of build a life. It's just a case of go visit. And then you've got your working visa, which you have to renew every couple of years, which doesn't entitle you to anything. It just allows you to work. Then you've got your permanent residency, which is what we've gone through, and to get that, like I say, you've got the normal application or you've got the express entry, and at the moment you can only get in through the express entry. And then last but not least, there is then the citizenship route. Yes, I have missed off refugee, all that sort of things, but that's because I feel they're very special, high class things which your general Joe Blogg such as myself or any other working person that's looking to move to Canada, it won't apply to them. Anyway, everyone, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you are thinking of going to Canada, it's a beautiful country. The date today is May 2018. We will be going at the start of June, and like I say, I will be getting a few more videos up regarding this topic, the whole process, things like that, hints and tips of what to do if you are going to apply in the coming days, the coming weeks. So if you have found it useful, please like, please comment. Any questions about it, please ask me, because while I remember and while we are going through this process, I really want to help people as much as I can to get to such a great country, because that is the one thing people over there seem so proactive and so kind of willing and wanting to do, is help people get to see this amazing and beautiful country, and I just want to be a part of help people get there. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll get another video as soon as possible. See you later.